Homies, today we got a real treat. Storm Collectibles Ryo Sakazaki from the King of Fighters series. Give y'all the scan of the back. Look at my man posed up on the back looking jacked. Love this artwork, man. We got some of the classic Shinkiro artwork, the big homie, the OG of a lot of those really realistic, cool looking renders from this period of fighting games and everything. Just fantastic stuff. Let's bust this fella open. Bro, I gotta tell y'all, I was so surprised at how massive this box is, and the volume is 1000% connected to how big that How Shokoken is. Look how big this thing, dude. They did it justice though. It's sick. But that thing by itself is massive. It adds like 10 feet to the diameter of this box. It's nuts. But no worries, man. It comes in handy, as we will see when we do the photo shoot later on. But let's bust them open here, man. Get this plastic out of here and take a look at our boy Ryo. What do we got? Look at all the hands, man. Amazing stuff. Giving you all the mileage in the world to be able to recreate some of those iconic poses and frames from other fighting games. You just absolutely love to see it, man. Let's bust him out of here, get him out of his sarcophagus, and look at the head sculpt, first of all, man. Just this thing is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I feel like if you're not even into like King of Fighters or like Art of Fighting, this figure by itself, just for the beauty of the art, the sculpt work, the paint application, and just overall quality, how great, just like the going back to the face sculpt, it's all so good, man. As you see me here bending homie up briefly, looking at some of the minor articulation points and making sure everything is checking out, and so far so good. And the QC issue scan is working well right now, man. Just super impressive this guy is to me. Wonderful looking figure. So as you can see, we got a couple of head sculpts in here and everything. I'm trying to dig out digging your butt, twin. Sorry, that was so unnecessary. My brain's bad random. Y'all have to forgive me. But we're sitting in there taking a look at the stand. So that's going to go to our How Shokoken later to keep this thing standing. And it's going to need it because that is a beefy boy, bro. That is a beefy effect piece. So here, we'll take out this first head sculpt. Well, the second one technically, because I got the other ones on his head. And so this one, you got your gritted teeth head sculpt. My man looking angry and fierce as ever. And then you got the other one, man, the more of like the shouting kind of head sculpt. I imagine this is like him like doing his special moves. Oh, so quick, and all that kind of stuff. Like so Redskin, just all of his sick special moves. I butchered that last one, don't copy me. I butchered that last one so bad. But again, looking good. I like the windswept kind of hair over there to give it that like illusion of motion. Oh, so good. Look at inside here. Dude, this thing, I couldn't believe it. They went ham on this effect piece. Look how massive this guy is. And as you can kind of see, it well, not clips on, but it's sort of just the way it's molded, it stays put. And we got our humongous effect piece right here, man. And give us that, the Ogi. What's his fighting style called? It's oh man, it's gonna come to me. Like don't mind my brain. It'll come back to me. But there we go. We got that mock punch special move illusion. This effect is so cool, man. So happy they put that in there. And then we got our martial arts hands and all the assorted hand pieces. So let's continue. Continuing on, guys. Looking at our homie Ryo here. As you can see, just shaking out some of the basic articulation in arms. We got our beautiful butterflies over here, looking good. Everything functioning as one might hope. And you guys can see the bicep swivel in there as well. So that is looking good. Again, no QC issues, thankfully. Fellas got that butterfly coming forward and back like we want to see. And a lot of movement in that shoulder, which is going to be helpful with simulating some of these. Now let's get a look at the paint application on the face, man. Going back to how great that head sculpt and the texture on the gi looks and everything too. Just a wonderful job on this figure. I love the color of the orange, that pumpkin orange. As you can see, even without doing anything crazy, we're already kicking up about that far. So we're getting some very, very solid articulation on the front and side kicks over here. My man hitting that Rob Van Dam split out here. Look at him, man, just full split at ease with a straight face. Y'all don't know nothing about that. My man's all business. Very, very cool stuff. I'm so excited to begin posing this thing, man. I can't wait to show y'all the photo shoot at the end. So here, just looking a little bit of our ab crunch, seeing how far we can kind of go with the gi being the way that it is, seeing how much of that it does or does not block our articulation. And so far, no qualm from me, man. Storm did this fella justice. He is looking good. So getting our kind of like forward bend for the articulation at play, taking a look at that double knee joint over here, functioning very, very well. Storm with the humongous kneecaps as usual, but I don't feel like it's as egregious as it is in some figures from Storm with this one. Then we have our toe hinge. There we go. Going to give us some more nuance in our kicking poses up here. Liking that. And here we go, another Storm Collectibles classic from me. Y'all don't know how many times I've had like the crusty toe hinge. My boy got toe jam. You really got to break that fella in. It low-key scares me sometimes, but it's also kind of satisfying, but it is what it is. All right, so let's take a look a little bit at some of our wrist joint articulation and see if we can get our homie into like a basic kind of fighting pose to show you what this man is capable of, because this is my favorite part of posing figures. I'm gonna try to do some more of these segments as we're moving forward, just showing y'all basic poses during the review, but there we go. And I'm gonna let camera and just look at my man looking. He already looks good, bro. Even without having to manipulate much more. But it's Kyokugen. That's what it is. That's where I've been sitting here trying to remember his fighting style this entire time. So we have Kyokugen Ryu from the Art of Fighting series and King of Fighters. And just look at him, man. Just taking a few seconds to just do a very basic kind of like martial arts / ready to fight pose. And you can see like this fella is just looking excellent. So we changed up the sculpt here. And let's see if we can get another King of Fighters-esque / Art of Fighting pose down. But y'all mess with the games. Dude, I love the Art of Fighting in the King of Fighters series. I think that it's very slept on, unfortunately, here in some parts of the West. I think that some other areas know very well how sick it is, man. I know that King of Fighters has a lot of love in the Latin American community and China and some other places in the world, but it hasn't hit the same way in America, but it should. Look at my boy Ryo, man. How can you not want to play the game? Looking at the way the homies at Storm did justice by this figure. He is just looking extremely good, man. It's this guy is just, people talk about like hand candy, right? So as you can see, we got our man like posed up, trying to look tough, the head cocked to the side, sort of pose over here. He poses so well, just straight up hand candy, man. Like when you get your hands on this guy, you're just gonna want to be going photo through photo, pose through pose, just trying stuff out because he looks that damn good. But as we can see, man, no issues with getting the head on and off. Everything was popping on and off as it should over here. And I'll let you guys kind of see a live feed of me trying to pop out these hands and get them on, see if we're going to have any issues with the wrist pegs or how things are coming along. Don't mind me, I'm over here going through my roster of hands to figure out exactly what we want to try to put on this guy. And let's see if we can do it live, man. Can we get it on? Or is it gonna catch me slipping? Oh, we got it. We got it in secure there. So we got our stretched out martial arts style hand there on his left. And look at my man's shoulders bending in and out. Beautiful. I love it. His butterflies, man. That allows you to get some of those really sick stances, and especially when you're doing, because you guys saw that massive effect piece, right, from our Hao Shokoken. If you're trying to get some poses with his special move down and everything, that's going to be super helpful, having that range of motion in my man's shoulders to get it looking right instead of extremely stiff. as that's one like really big pet peeve I have, especially when I pick, because I like Jada, don't get me wrong, I'm not about to knock it, but like I've gotten the original run of the Jada Street Fighter figures, and one thing that disappointed me heavily, man, was the fact that because of the way the joints were, I can't remember if Ryu had butterflies or not, but if he did, they weren't great, man. So you had this problem with getting him into his most iconic pose, which is like the Hadouken, man. Well, sure, you can argue that too, but it made just doing some of his special move poses so difficult. But with like Storm, like in the way that they're articulated and stuff, like it makes it just very easy to get like nearly one-to-one renders of their guys looking and doing exactly what you want. And for me, like, because I don't know if you guys had a chance to take a look at the channel, and like we were talking about the reasons people collect and that sort of stuff. But hold on, I'll come back to that. Look at this pose. That's that classic Ryo Sakazaki pose from like the earlier games where he's got his arms stretched out. Look at just beautiful, man, gorgeous. This figure is so sick. Anyways, I was saying that a big part of the collecting game and stuff for me, the reason why I love this hobby is like that ability to it's the art of it, man, like the art of the pose, you know, making these characters look cool and really try to come to life and bringing that to life in those shots, man, into those photo shoots. And so I'm always looking for how articulated some of these figures are, man. How again, I sometimes go to the extremes of their range of motion and just trying stuff out, and like what little subtle manipulations can we kind of get in there, because especially with fighting games, one major thing is just that's the nuance, right? It's the subtlety of the ways that some of these poses look, where like just a little bit of range of motion and like the knees, shoulders, or the hips can go a long way with making some of these characters look like they came straight out of their sprites and everything. But if you don't got that, it can leave your posing looking very stiff and other things as well. So that's one thing that I absolutely love about this figure, is that they didn't skimp on the articulation whatsoever. This guy just feels so quality to me, and every time I look at him, I just can't get over like that texture on that he has on like the gi and the pants and stuff. It looks so good to me, man. They did so right by Ryo. If I had a nitpick, one thing that I think would be extremely sick would be like if the gi, I'm pretty sure it comes off, but like, can you leave it just like with the undershirt? Oh man, I'll have to try, because I've had some a not great experience. I've had to buy 2 copies. I got a horror story, man. I've had to buy 2 copies of the Storm Ken figure. And y'all already know what that price is looking like on the aftermarket, but I love that figure so much. But I had to get 2 because the original one, when I took off his gi and everything and I was trying to remove it, I removed one of his arms from the bicep, and brother, that would not go back on for anything in the world. I literally spent New Year's Day, I think it was, trying so hard to repair that joint using like trying to cure it with super glue, using sticky tack. Here we go, man, getting him into like a general kind of kick pose. Look at him, he looks good. He's giving me Kenshiro vibes in this pose. But going back to that Storm Ken figure, y'all don't understand the amount of headaches that I had. So like I eventually like got it somewhat okay, but it's like one of those things where like I'm so scared to move it, like it'll never be the same. So I ended up getting another one, and now I got them in just kind of a fixed pose. But now I'm low-key afraid to move the gi or anything on some of these Storm figures, because I'm afraid that issue is gonna happen again and I would throw up. Like I would be. Oh no, y'all don't know how hurt I would be, because I was devastated on that original figure. I was loving posing them up and everything so much, and to have that happen the way that it did, oh, you want to talk about a heartbroken grown man, dude, like y'all don't even know. But anyway, let's continue kind of going around messing with these hands and stuff and taking a look at our boy Ryo. And as y'all can see, man, hopefully you can see through some of these he's just posing exercises and stuff as we're doing this review and looking over the figure. That the articulation he's capable of, top notch, man. You guys saw like some of the the kicking poses that we were trying out, some of the recreations of the idle animations from the game, for like some of the special moves and everything, and he's got no problem hitting any of that stuff, and he looks absolutely fantastic doing it too. Just work of art, man. As you can see, it looks like I'm trying to get him into the how so cooking. I tried a little bit of that forward sort of motion, putting the, as you guys can see with the way that the wrist works, you got a lot of room, man. You can get it exactly where you need it to be. But of course, you know, we got to go with that blown back hair kind of energy over here to like recreate the force of the energy coming from his hands. But you guys can see with the way that like the butterfly is and everything, it allows you to kind of get it into a place where it looks it looks very close to the in-game animation and stuff. Now, it doesn't come over as far as what you would see in like the Storm Arena, Ryu and Ken, and I think that's because of the way that like the gi is made, as well as how big my guys' arms are and how bulky and everything too. But if you guys remember from the game as well, that his version of this attack, his arms are spread out like pretty like wide and everything as well. And there's some perspective tricks that you can kind of do too to like make it look good if you really want it to kind of completely sell the pose. And oh man, I broke it apart. Oh, what are we doing? I'm tired, Grandpa. That's too damn bad. But as you guys can see, looking good. It's kind of a general simulation of what's happening here, but he makes it work, right? There we go. It's coming at the camera, man. Get that 3D effect. That's what I'm talking about. But nah, man, this Storm Collectibles Ryo looking good, and then finish it off with a mock punch. Absolute quality figure, man. What are we talking about? If this don't sell you on this dude, I don't know what is, man. For me, not trying to glaze, right? Like I ain't sponsored by like Storm or anything like that, but just I know quality when I see it and have it in my hands, and this is it. I can definitely tell you that if you're a collector of Storm stuff or like fighting game characters, a King of Fighters fan, you're not going to regret this pickup whatsoever, man. Articulation on point, paint application was solid. It's like everything that a fella like me is looking for to get into with I was gonna say get into the collecting, but getting into when it comes to what I want to do with these figures. Absolutely able to do it here, and no quality control issues on top of it, man. So that is Storm Collectibles Ryo. Give me you guys' thoughts in the comments. Let me know what other figures you guys want me to review or take a look at, and appreciate you hanging out with me. Catch you guys again soon.